Hi, it's Roger. I'm going to give you a little bit of information about diet, and this fits in with my series on fitness, health, and nutrition, so thanks for watching. Recently, I was watching a movie, and I was really impressed with one of the actors. His name was Guy Adkins. So after the movie, I looked him up, and I found that he was quite an accomplished stage actor. One of the reasons he caught my eye was his acting ability. He played the love interest of the lead character, and to the end, towards the end of the movie, they were married. And then as I was watching the credits, I saw the movie came up in memorial of Guy Adkins. That was a little bit sad, and I did some internet research, and I found out that he had died of colon cancer, and he had died in about 2010. So he had died while the movie was being made because it wasn't released until about 2014. So the movie was a long time in post-production. This was a bit sad because he was a very accomplished actor, and the more I learned about his life, the more I was impressed with him and his work. Colon cancer is a terrible disease. It's also very tragic because we're beginning to understand that it is largely lifestyle based. Now, it is almost ironic that in 2014, when this movie was released, that there was a study that was also released that looked at some of the diet and lifestyle factors that actually lead to colorectal cancer. This study was a very large study. It involved a group of people called Seventh-day Adventist, which is a Protestant body that emphasizes vegetarian diets. Not everyone who's an Adventist is a vegetarian, but there are a large number of vegetarians among Adventists. So from those 96,000 people, they were able to find dozens and dozens of thousands of people who were able to answer questionnaires, go through a 7-year follow-up, and then they correlated, the study authors correlated the rates of colon cancer and rectal cancer with the diets. What they found was that plant-based diets, people who ate primarily plants, had lower rates of colon cancer and rectal cancer. That's no surprise for those of you who have been following nutrition information. What was surprising to me, however, that they were able to divide the study participants into a number of groups. In one group were people who were essentially vegan. Vegan are people who eat no animal products whatsoever. They avoid honey. They will eat mushrooms, but they'll eat all sorts of plants and all sorts of plants, but they'll avoid things like milk and eggs and cheese and fish or chicken because they're eating primarily plant-based protein. My diet fits more or less in that category. Also, there are vegetarians who eat milk, who drink milk products and who eat eggs. So they'll enjoy cheese and creams and eggs and those sort of things. And then there were vegetarians who we call pescatarians. They're not another religious branch. They're actually people who eat fish. So they're called pescatarians because their diet is primarily vegetables, but they also will include fish. Now, all of these groups had significantly lower rates of colorectal cancer. It means that there's good evidence that a plant-based diet is healthier for your bowels. That should become as no surprise to you. And there's a number of mechanisms that scientists are beginning to think is at the root of this. Number one, plant diet has a lot of fiber, and that moves things quickly through the large intestine. And it could be that irritants and cancer-causing chemicals and the carcinogens are being moved through the intestines quicker with the fiber and not getting a chance to affect the tissues of the colon. It could be, too, that red meats, which are correlated with high rates of cancer, are being moved through the intestine quickly as well if people are eating lots of plant material. So those things, a high plant-based diet seems to be really effective. What I found surprising, however, was that the pescatarians of those groups that I mentioned had an even lower rate. This is only one study, and so it's a little bit early to run out and say, hey, we got to get some fish. But it turns out that pescatarians, people who ate primarily a vegetable-based diet but also included some fish, had the lowest rate of all. And so as the dietary information comes in and as more studies are done, I'll be watching that carefully and thinking about my diet as well. What's the take home from all this? Colorectal cancer is a terrible disease, but it is one of those cancers which seems to be in a large part preventable. And the way to prevent it seems to be having lots of plant material in your diet. It's that simple. I'll put the links to the study below. I'll also put some information about Guy Adkins in case you're interested in his life. Thanks for watching this video. You can click on the link and get to more of my videos on fitness, health, and nutrition. I also do some videos with some political opinions. If you're interested, click on that link and that'll take you there. By all means, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. I hope to see a happy and healthier you. Take care.